Jitesh Jaggi is an immigrant poet and storyteller from India. A 5-time Moth Story Slam winner, his stories were recently played on NPR, where they butchered his name, but he swears it was him. He ended his career in finance one day when he lost all the data in the when he forgot to save an Excel file, and he realized he just didn't care. That tipping point led to him becoming a writer, and he has since taught storytelling workshops for the WHO and the University of Chicago, among others. He loves writing bios because he can refer to himself in the third person. Jitesh performed his one-man show Suitcase Stories to a sold-out audience at the Steppenwolf Theater and Second City. Jitesh, you have 2 minutes. Are you sure?
This poem is called I Attain Enlightenment the One Day I Forget to Take My Headphones to the Gym. They're playing Pitbull. Something unlocks in your psyche when you listen to Pitbull at the YMCA at 2:30 in the afternoon. The motion of time slows down, the earth's core stabilizes, and your eyes hone in on your fellow gym bro. Suddenly you're a part of the collective consciousness. The hinges of the pulley are greased like your joints are lubricated. The dumbbells lifted on the floor are curving towards gravity like your feet planted on the mat are. The gym bro is curling his biceps through me and staring at his reflection in the mirror. Another consciousness experiencing itself within a world of my own making, a perceptive reality. My headphones are at home, sitting forgotten at the charging station in the kitchen while I am ascending nirvana over here. All I needed from the universe to reveal itself to me was not to be plugged into what happened during the last episode of Vanderpump Rules. I am a celestial being, it turns out. I can choose rap caviar, or I can choose to see this YMCA as a repository of wisdom. There are people running in place here, yet getting nowhere. Repeating the mortal cycle of life and death and rebirth like the ancient Bhagavad Gita prophesies. Look, there's Sisyphus rolling a boulder over and over and over, and still smiling, defying the curse of the Greek gods and making Camus proud. Sisyphus is happy, rolling his Bosu ball. He's smiling and recording it on his Apple Watch. What are the messages eluding me when I am instead listening to another true crime thriller calling the serial killer strikingly handsome? My gym brethren is doing a steroid cycle in the locker room, and Terence McKenna asked us to tune in and drop out in the 60s. Love is Love squeals the syringe as it dilates his pupils and shrinks his balls. The hippies were right. I feel I'm finally closer to the truth, y'all. The germ of revelation was not in my daily Spotify list aptly titled Emo Midwest Dad Rock Monday, but in being forced to stay present at the bench press, taking in humanity, all of them working from home, logged on to GChat, treading over capitalistic expectations, but getting our 10,000 steps in. My God, I never needed to dissociate at the YMCA. I needed not audible erotic smut. I needed just mindfully take it all in. The Lululemon booty shots, the protein shakers, the sweaty fitfluencers live streaming their deadlift, a lifting of the dead. Everything has a deeper meaning when you're not listening to Conan O'Brien. This is not the YMCA at McCormick Place. This is the harbinger of culture and tradition. The sacred Ganges flows in these lap pools. I'm convinced of Buddha's presence in the sauna. Forgive me for ever wanting to tune out to Mark Maron or Joe Rogan when I could have connected to my fellow humans, doing reps of karmic proportions for these giant wall-lined mirrors as my witness. I am my gym brother's keeper. I am now become death, the destroyer of the world, and thus spake Zarathustra. Are you gonna sit on this bench every day, all day? There are other people in this gym, you know? I am so sorry. I walk out, wearing my halo as a headband, Pitbull playing in the background at 2:35 at the local YMCA.